Here we are again,
We are.
sitting here, relaxing.
Yep. Water.
Guess where we just came back from?
Go on,
Come
guess.
I'm not hearing it. Are you hearing anything?
No. What's up, people?
Come on.
No vocalness there.
We're in the beach, so
Yeah.
we went to the beach.
Yes.
Yeah, we went to the beach and relaxed, because we have been in here like since Friday night, and this whole thing with ringworm has just been kicking my derriere.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
not
bad.
fun. But it's looking better.
I am thankful for that because it's like, did I get the plague or something?
No, it's just,
it's like,
most people don't realize how common ringworm is, especially in humid climates like Florida. And then these fungus, because it's not a worm per se, they just call it that, although it could have some parasitic properties, they're saying, but mainly it's fungus, live fungus, form of.
like if you eat a mushroom.
It's well, mushrooms are like they're from fungus family, but
That's why I don't like mushrooms.
I love mushrooms, especially the magic
I
ones.
think it started when we went to the mellow mushroom pizza place.
No, it's
That's not when it happened?
it's very easily. People don't realize how common you can pick it up in a hair salon, in a barber shop. All it is if they don't clean the shears right or the scissors, or even the area where they shampoo your hair, and somebody has some sort of ringworm already, or if they're doing pedicures like in your place, and she could have even washed her hands but didn't wash them correctly. I mean, you'd be surprised how people wash their hands. 1, 2, 3, they're not even scrubbing away the fungus or the bacteria correctly, so it doesn't take much to cross-contaminate, and voila. So,
But you know what? It's really kind of pointed out a bigger issue that I'm contending with and have been for a very long time now, and that is in the area of, just holding on to things and feeling guilty, and there's so many things that I have yet now, I believe now, I'm able to let go. But when you don't feel good on the inside, your outsides are going to show it. And with all the stuff we've been through, all the things that we went through to get this apartment and our move, and
car breaking down, I
car
mean,
breaking down, and a new car. I mean, it's just the stress of life, and then just that unresolved guilt of me and the children from my former marriage. It just has been eating at me. It just doesn't go away.
guilt destroys, and disease and everything that happens to one's life, or things that happen in one's life, all stems from internal issues, spiritual issues. And when I'm meaning spiritual, I'm talking about godly or whatever. No, spiritual is the resolution of self, of how we deal with those around us, of challenges and contracts that we have from life after life after life. So we've got to work through these things, and free ourselves. Guilt it's like the biggest cause of cancer. People don't realize diseases stem from stress and guilt and all the stuff that we deal with on a daily basis.
Well, I felt guilty and have for a long time now with regards to my children and what they have had to endure with not having, their parent around and all that stuff. But the fact is that I'm just, I'm just done feeling guilty about this anymore. I did what I could do, and now, it's up to the children to respond to me as Lynna if they want me, and you.
That's their
They
stepdad.
have a stepdad.
Yeah,
that,
they do.
I mean, like it or lump it, that's just how it has worked out, and
They're so much richer for it, in a sense of getting out of that box that they've been so used to being in, and my God, I would love to embrace those kids as my own, and love them, and show them a different life, a different way of seeing things. The way they're living now is so sheltered, so judgmental, and
Yeah, it's been hard because none of this really happened to me until after a conversation I had with my ex back on Saturday night, where things just kind of blew up, and I think it's a physical manifestation of something deep inside.
Because I believe you would have like contracted the ringworm, probably would have just had one little thing, but it's like you got so upset that night with her that the next morning I'm like, what happened to you? I mean, it was just like your whole face was eroded.
I mean, I was on the phone awkwardly with her for about an hour and a half with you there listening.
Yeah, I was going.
And but the thing is, it's guilt after guilt after guilt being thrown at you, and accusation after accusation and after accusation, and it's like there comes a point where you have to say, as a trans woman, as a person who transitioned late in life and has all this history in the past to work through, enough is enough. It's time to let go of the things that used to be you, and there's been so much of the old person that used to be, the person that I was, that I have let go, but I have held on every Saturday whenever I get a chance to call my children, to give them what they want and need, and that is their dad. And the thing is, I can't do that anymore, because that's not what I am. That's not who I am. That's not
with your psyche. It's like
married to.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, having to go and and back and forth, and that creates bipolar behavior, and that creates a lot of anguish and issues. And it's like we go through this, and it's not an easy thing to transition, to go through all this stuff, to be happy. Okay, so if we can't be happy, was it worth going through it?
Of course, it is worth going through it, and these are things that I'm just like finally coming to grips with, to understand that there's nothing that I can do to offer the children anything. Everything that has been done, and they need to pick up themselves and move towards me as the transgender woman that I am, and towards you as their stepdad, and get past the religion, get past the things that, the awkwardness and all that stuff, because this is our now. Yeah. This is who we are. This is who I am. And the thing is, they don't want it to have anything to do with that future. They just want to hold on to the past.
And the past is gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
There's
no Paul. There's only Lynna.
Yeah, there's no Paul available for Mark. There's only Lynna, and there's only Lynna now, and there's only Lynna in the future. So, I'm just ready to let go of the hope and the pain and the guilt, because the conversation that I had was, remember when, and stuff like,
she was trying to make you feel very guilty.
Yeah, it was like, you never ate vegetarian before. I can't believe you're doing that now, and you're not responsible for Mark. It's like, who? If I'm not responsible for you as your wife, who is responsible for you?
Typically when people marry one another and they do it legally, they do vows and they're responsible for each other.
This is as legitimate as it gets.
Yeah.
And this is my husband, this is my now and my future, and anyone else that wants to join us in our lives together, you're welcome to. But what you're not welcome to do is to tell us to be what we're not. And the person that they thought I buried out there in the ocean today, that person no longer exists. Lynna has no children. Lynna has no children. And if the children want to meet me, then they have every right to meet who their other parent is. But there's no other way around it. We have to finally put our foot down and say enough is enough. Enough of the blame, enough of the guilt, enough of the condemnation. What's done is done. What's over is over.
And this solves nothing to hold on to that guilt because you'll never find happiness. It'll eat you away.
It literally eats me away.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
and
it
enough is
literally
enough. I
causes
mean,
me.
I see you suffer day in and day out. It's like, you know what? What are we solving here? Either shit or get off the pot. Something's got to give, and it's not giving. And the only thing it's going to give is you're going to continue to get sick. You know, you have a father that died of cancer. You don't want to go there.
Exactly.
You
So
know?
I'm just, I'm just ready to live. I'm ready to be done with all this sickness in my heart and in physically manifesting right now, and I'm just ready to live. We're on day one of our fast.
Water fast.
Yes, we're water fasting. We don't know how long this one's going to be this time. This one may be a world's record for me. So I'm looking forward to, starving the bacteria that's been causing the junk on my face to appear. I'm getting ready to just really starve the things that have held on to me and have tried to keep me down. So I want to re-emerge as a different person, and that's what this fast signifies for me.
I went to the ocean today and just like really, I mean, I had missed it so very much.
So
it's so
beautiful.
cleansing, so spiritual, so wonderful. And it's going to make the fast even better because we're going to make it a point every day, as weak as we are, to walk that mile and a half there and a mile and a half back, and to lay
Soak
there,
in the water,
soak in the water,
and soak in the sun, and just let nature do its own healing. A fast is what they call surgery without a scalpel.
Yeah.
And it's the best way to fix whatever ails you.
Exactly.
So I have ailed from a lot, and I've recovered from a lot, but now I'm ready to just really let go of everything. So that's
So
what
we'll keep you updated on
we're up to.
our little water fast.
Big water fast.
Yeah. We're shooting for.
I don't know.
But
We're shooting
yeah, so we
for-
saw this one lady who did 120 days. Oh, she did 40 days and then had a break for a week and went back, whatever. And we saw this one guy 40 days altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then somebody was 20. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what,
I mean,
what world record we'll break.
The longest I've ever done really is a 7-day fast.
I've done 14.
You've done 14?
14. Yeah, not water, but the master cleanse, which is water and lemon and cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper? Oh, that sounds so yummy.
You know, it burned, but it cleanses your blood and all that stuff like that.
Well, I've been burning.
Yeah, so you don't need to burn anymore.
Yesterday, last night, I was burning. I mean, whenever I get the topical ointment of oil of
I'm sorry,
oregano,
guys, if I'm like being a little jittery here when it's trying to talk about.
but whenever Mark puts it on me and stuff, it's like immediately my body starts to feel very feverish. At first, I got really sweaty, like I was recovering from some kind of flu or something. It
Very strong.
totally hits you.
It's amazing.
People are saying, you need to go to the doctor. You need to get Lotrimin from over the counter. You need to do all this stuff, and it's like, I don't really have much faith in medications. I think that medications are more of a Band-Aid and a
it masks
cover.
things and creates others. You know,
So,
back in the day when we didn't have any pharmaceuticals, and pharmaceuticals have really, I think they used to have one antibiotic and a painkiller, very few things till maybe 50
Yeah,
years.
exactly.
It's okay, maybe 50 years ago or something like that. I mean, it hasn't been around that long, pharmaceutical companies. We used to heal everything with, holistic medicine, with herbs, and stuff that came from the earth. The body heals itself. You just got to get out of its way and provide it with the optimal things, the optimal herbs and natural stuff that heals. All this pharmaceutical crap is for the birds, or not even for the birds. It's not good.
yeah.
I almost, I'm highly allergic to antibiotic. You talk about fungal infection. You know, my dad's feet gets full of fungus when he takes antibiotics.
Mm.
So I healed a what do you call it when they took my wisdom tooth that I had a dry socket and it got really, really badly infected. I had a fever of 103.4. The doctor or the dentist kept saying you need to take an antibiotic, but it's going to spread to your brain. I stopped the infection with oil of oregano and garlic, and I would stick cotton with oil of oregano and pieces of garlic up the socket, and it hurt like a because that was an open wound.
Yeah.
And I was 103.4 fever. I was by myself. 3 or 4 days, I couldn't eat or anything, couldn't get out of bed. But I killed the infection. She couldn't believe it.
Well,
She was like,
I know that for me, you know, I was being told that I needed to go under the knife with the surgery and everything from people who purportedly loved me, you know, and wanted the best for me. And the thing is, if I would have followed their advice, I would be in like an absolutely different position than I am in
your
now.
ex-boyfriend, Tony, you know, lived on 8 Vicodin a day.
And he had like massive like
Fusion.
contraption, so you know, like put on his back and inside, and it was
Yeah,
metal.
that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to fuse
They
your
wanted
neck.
to fuse my neck.
Yeah.
So I'm not a fan. I mean, no offense to anyone who has had wonderful success with taking prednisone or anything like that. For me, personally, I just want to beat this the natural route. I mean, I remember my dad tried going the natural route when he got colon cancer, and he started losing weight, right? And he was starting to lose weight. And what happens when you lose weight? Is it
That's a good sign. That's your body healing itself.
Well,
That's
my
your body.
mom and my sister freaked out, and they were like, "Oh no, I don't want you to lose any more weight. You need to get off that diet."
Your
So-
body, that's why when you're fasting, you lose a lot of weight. Your body's getting rid of all that toxin in your body, and it's just like taking you down where it needs to go, and then it'll bring you back up where you need to be. That's
Well, personally, my dad passed away, you know, a year to the day that the doctor sat with us, his oncologist, and said, "We're going to be able to medicate this cancer to the point of death because we treat it as a chronic illness, and we'll just keep on upping the medication until the body starts to shut down." And that is not medicine, people. That is drugs. That is giving people drugs to the point where you kill them. That's basically what that is. So I am absolutely against any kind of medicine whatsoever that I would take in order to recover from any type of injury. I don't want to ever darken the door of a hospital in my entire life.
we were there for that almost 7 days when you had the accident.
I
and it
was
was like
there
we
that-
couldn't get out of there
that-
fast enough.
Yeah, no. So I appreciate your advice and everything, but I'm honestly, you know, very, very much opinionated when it comes to taking care of things naturally and making sure that you're not doing something that is going to be more detrimental.
The body takes care of itself, and it's like when you got fungus, you have good fungus in your skin and bad fungus. They live happily ever after in a normal, balanced environment. When your immune system drops down and the good fungus goes down, the bad fungus takes over, and that's when you have problems. So the key is to build up your immune system to allow your body to fight off the cancer and all the bad things. It's very simple. It's not that complicated.
The body is an amazing, amazing organism, and it has the ability to be self-sustaining. It has the ability to regenerate itself. So
all the time.
through this fast, you're going to see us regenerate ourselves into healthier people,
Yep.
both physically, spiritually, and mentally. So I'm excited about this fast.
I've been
you
waiting
know.
for this type of fast.
Yeah.
We started, we did one for 3 days. It's like, you're not
I
diving
wasn't
in.
ready.
Yeah, you
I
have to.
wasn't
I'm
ready.
so super with everything that's happened to us, and it's like I am so ready.
Well, I'm ready to. And we live in a prime environment for it. We have the beach right down the street. Because how's the best way for me to kill this whole ringworm thing?
Sun exposure
Burn the
and
crap
burn the
out
crap
of
out
the
of it.
thing. You know, salt water is
in
a
the
healer.
sun to dry it.
Yeah.
You know,
So, I mean, that's what happens in the natural world when
yeah.
mushrooms get exposed to the sun. What happens? Yep, they shrivel up and they die. So, you don't give them a wet environment to breed
Grow
in,
and
and
breed,
then because that's what they do. They breed on the sugars that are
yeah.
on our skin. And that's what gives them life and stuff. So, I'm just
And the
looking
good
forward to it.
bacteria or the good fungus, on the contrary, eats up all the dead stuff. So when you fast and things are dying in your body, the good bacteria feeds and they multiply.
Right.
So you need the good bacteria. So it's
So it's not like you're trying to kill off all the bacteria.
No, you
Although
need-
that's gross to think that there's bacteria
there's
that lives
bacteria.
inside of our body.
Yeah,
but that's
they
part
all
of,
live happily. If you put a microscope or something, you see stuff just like
crawling around.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why you got to keep the good stuff going. Good cancer-fighting cells, good fungus, good bacteria, so you don't get sick, because your body knows what to do. Trust us. All right, so we'll be keeping you updated, and if any of you want, well, I don't want to say anybody joining us, because not everybody knows how to water fast. You really have to know how to do it,
And you gotta really want
to.
do it.
Yeah.
You can't
It's not about losing weight, although you can lose a lot of weight, and then know how to keep it off by eating healthy. I mean, we plan to go raw vegan
Yeah.
again when we come off the fast.
Trader Joe's is right down the street. We have $3 papayas at our beck and call. We have mango season coming up. We've got all the berries and fruits that we could ever want here in Florida.
Yeah.
So we're not in Silver City anymore. Yeah. So
All right, so we're just gonna rest, because that's the key with the fast too. Is you have to rest and meditate a little bit and just kind of reflect. So catch you guys later.